I'm watching you, watching me. Peace, y'all. All right. Greetings. Happy Friday. Good Friday to everybody. I'm just tapping in. All of my YouTubers. I might do a YouTube today to make up for Th3rd Thursdays that I missed last night. Now, I had to go to sleep. I got a YouTube channel called Th3rd Media. Th3rd Media. I do a weekly show, Melanin Mondays and Th3rd Thursdays. Last night, I was exhausted. I had to go to sleep because I've been working super duper hard. I'm even thinking about taking a month off. You know what I'm saying? Because this shit is a lot of work. You feel me? This is a lot of work. This whole coronavirus, motherfucking George Floyd, Black God Rising shit, it takes a lot, bro. The way that the information is coming, the way that the news cycle is going, can't keep up. I feel like I'm in a fucking rat. I feel like I'm on a hamster's wheel. And I just gotta shout out to all of my customers. As you can see, I've been working overtime. I got a little setup where I'm at. So, we in the lab, handling business, knocking out orders and shit. You know what I mean? So, probably up until the solstice, I'm going hard until the solstice, and then I'm taking the motherfucking summer off. You feel me? Cause I'm taking the summer off, Nah, I mean, y'all, I'll be back. But this work it could be heavy. It's not that heavy, but it's so much. And I got so much things that I gotta do. I gotta do my book. I gotta finish up a whole bunch of shit. I gotta work on Netflix. I gotta work on my clothing line. I gotta work on another website. I gotta work on another app. I gotta work on my album. I gotta shoot some music videos. 6ix9ine out here beating niggas in the music industry. A nigga gotta keep up. It is information overload. And it's not 24 hours in a day anymore. It's not really 12 hours in a waking day. You literally got to get up at 5 a.m. You got to get up at 5 a.m. to have a real day in America these days. So the hiatus it's not a hiatus to fall back. It's a hiatus to bring information that's undeniable. It's a hiatus to put this information in a book form, to document it, to go back to the lectures that I did in January, February, and March, to go back into the Melanin Mondays that I did in 2017, and start to go back to the lectures that we did in 2009, and really just, examine that shit. We have to revisit the work, because the work is prophetic, and I'm running at such a pace that I'm not even able, because ain't nobody gonna celebrate Red Pill. You know what I'm saying? Near nigga, nobody's gonna celebrate me but me. Nobody's gonna highlight my work but me. Nobody's going to chop it up and give time but me. I had my brother Crumb, he was editing, then he backed out. Said he want to be a lecturer. He don't want to work no more. So, I'm done with niggas. I wish him luck and everything, but my thing is when a person comes to work with me, you got to put your you got to work as hard as me. You got to work with me. And this is about the people, bro. So, I gotta do me. I gotta do my own work. Can't put that in nobody's hand, because niggas don't respect your work the way that you respect it. You feel me? Niggas don't respect the work the way that you respect it. So if that's what people want to do, you gotta be solid in order to step on the stages. You gotta be solid in order to get in front of the people. You gotta pay your motherfucking dues before you step in front of thousands of people. I guess people think because this is a deregulated industry where nigga could just hop on. No, you gotta get the code. You gotta have the ancestors really co-sign. You have to have a master teacher staying with you. I'll co-sign you. I'll get behind you. But you gotta put in some work. You know what I'm talking about? It's a bunch of smart niggas out here, but who's loyal? Who's solid? Who's gonna be able to withstand the $10 million that the small hats is gonna try to convince you to take, so they can own you? That's what they're doing to some of these woke teachers out here. That's what they're doing to people who get in front of these cameras. This is a war, my guys. This is an intellectual war. So for everybody that's fighting it, fight your war. But don't fight your war and, not understand the rules of war. It's rules to war. There's rules to war. We could all draw down on the enemy together, but we all can't run on the battlefield at once. Because if they pop my top, I'm gonna need somebody to run down and cover me. I'm gonna need somebody. If they finish me off, then if they finish us all off, then we gotta work together. And I see a lot of things in this community, it doesn't go anywhere because nobody wants to work together, bro. People and we have some audacity pointing fingers at Black Lives Matter. As fugazi as they are, as fuck as they are, they're working obviously together. You don't see them stepping on each other. You don't see them in the way of each other. You don't see them backing down. They out there, whatever, like with that George Soros money, nigga. With all of that George Soros money, they working. And this is no attack to my brother, Crumb. He is a super uber talented editor, and he's a Scorpion like me, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? I just brought it up because at the end of the day, I don't have nothing to hide. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We're not hiding anything. We're going to put everything, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that kind of person. I speak my mind. I speak my mind, bro. So I don't trust. If anybody ever comes talking about they want to work, nigga, I'm going to pay you, and I need you to pull up with the work. Don't come work for me on some homeboy shit. I don't have any homeboys in this. There is no homeboys. It's either you're gonna work and get paid, or you're not. There's no homeboys in consciousness. Remember I said that, okay? Nobody is doing anything just off the cuff. There's always a string attached. So like I said, it's just me and the machines. You know what I'm talking about? It's just me and the machines. Because the machines don't have emotions. The machines don't have, they don't have hang-ups. The machines, they don't got they don't have nothing to do, but they got to do what the fuck you tell it to do. The machines work well. All you got to do is keep them plugged in and oiled and whatnot, and the machines will work. The machines work for you. So right now, it's me and the machines, and that's good. That's all I need. These programs that Adobe made, them niggas work. They do what the fuck they said that they're gonna do. They don't hold your shit for months and then give you some fuck excuse about why they holding your shit. So we got work to do. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. Like, I don't really think that the conscious community is even ready, bro. Like, I don't think that they're ready for their blessings. I don't think that they're receiving what the ancestors are trying to do for them. I think that they're forsaking the times that they live in for conspiracy theories and other things. Like, they're forsaking their blessings or their blissings. You know, they're forsaking the Jubilee year. They're going to let this year pass, and they're going to be like, oh, 2020, you let me down. Oh, 2020 is canceled. Oh, 2020 this. Oh, 2020 that. Oh, but then it's like, damn, bro. There's nothing positive going on in your existence. Because remember, existence is all based off of user experience. Why are you asking me war zone? What is a war zone? What are you talking about? Everything is based off of your personal experience. So everybody is experiencing their own reality right now. I'm experiencing the Jubilee year. I wake up, I give thanks to all of the ancestors. I give thanks to Pop Smoke. I give thanks to Nipsey Hussle. I give thanks to Kobe Bryant. I'm like, yo, oh, Call of Duty and Warzone. Yeah, the Warzone game. Yeah, they out there drilling niggas. Y'all knew that they had Confederate flags and it was racist and whatnot on these online games. But where the fuck was the online black gamers? Y'all was getting cursed out, shitted on, pissed on. You know what I mean? They was sending they be sending pizzas to niggas' houses, swatting them and whatnot. Y'all gotta fight back. But I give thanks to Pop Smoke, right? Dior, because he had a very militant energy. If it was only, you know, if he had a messianic energy. A brother on my thing said, I put a post up about Little Baby, right? I said protect him at all costs because he has a messianic force. You know what these fucking conscious people be thinking? That if you put somebody's picture on your page, that this nigga has to be some kind of tree hugger, you know, vegan and whatnot. And they missed the whole point. So I told the brother, why don't you go and look up what messianic is? Because why y'all niggas have us, why are we doing all the work for you? I know this is social media. It's Instagram. I could be posting pictures of drip all day, nigga. I could be posting pictures of my fucking sneakers and dumb shit like that. You feel me? Instagram really isn't the classroom for you niggas to be sitting down learning all day. It's fucking Instagram for pictures. And we've tweaked it to whereas we made it where niggas can learn. But it's not, you're not in school, my nigga. So you gotta do some of the work. So if I put a picture up and it says hashtag messianic, then I said protect him at all costs because he has a Messiah energy. Did you niggas ever go to Little Baby's hood with him? Did you niggas ever see him in Atlanta moving? Did you ever fucking pay attention to what this nigga's doing? Okay? It's all of the Poindexters would never understand the language that I'm using. And you bird ass niggas will catch on 30 years too late, right? And then try to inbox me with shit that I said 30 years ago. You know what I'm talking about? Because y'all late. Y'all don't pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't really pay attention. Do you listen to the music or do you just skim through it? Niggas is just skimming through shit. They're not invested. They're not living this life. I could tell when you live in this shit or when you a spectator. Meaning that you a nigga 23 hours out of the day and that you woke for 1 hour. I could tell. Because when you live in this thing, going back to what I'm saying, it's a different user experience. So if you're living consciousness, if you're in this shit, if you eat, sleep, and live it, then you would know the energy on this planet is speaking to you. Then you would know that the ancestors are speaking to you, but you got to be in touch with the ancestors. But if you're not in touch with the ancestors, you're going to show it by your motherfucking social media posts and the shit that you niggas running around dick riding and you're regurgitating because you are forsaking anything that is being moved by people who are high above the white man. Do you know the white man is a motherfucking piece on a chessboard? Do you know that the European is a walk-in? Do you know that the European could be used by any single entity who any kind of entity, any kind of egregor, any kind of spiritual entity could utilize Europeans because they're walkthroughs. What does that mean? That means that they can be controlled. Did you see the movie Skeleton Key? So if I see Europeans doing dumb shit and making moves, I still know that they're being controlled by a power and an entity that's stronger and more divine than them, okay? Yeah, they be doing shit. Yeah, they make things happen. Yeah, they conspiratorial. Yeah, they always got something up their sleeve. But there's powers higher than them. There's entities more powerful than them. The ancestors are more in control of things than you niggas will put on or you will put up. I promise you. And I'm not here to convince you of a motherfucking thing. That's not my job anymore. I'm actually going to back off of that. I'm going to focus on the people who focusing on the people. You know what I'm talking about? Right now, I would rather go marching and sing some of them outdated Negro spirituals and hug a motherfucking, a BLM protester before I would get in the car with half of you niggas and do anything. Cause y'all not about nothing and you don't do anything in life, and half of y'all are vagabonds. You dig what I'm saying? Half of y'all are vagabonds and you're not giving anything. You're not adding anything into the culture besides dustiness. You know what I'm talking about? The mind is dusty. It's called poverty consciousness. The fact is some niggas will sit around and wait for the world to end because your world has already ended. And you just want misery wants company. So niggas is sitting around hoping that the dollar falls. Because your dollar already fell. Nigga. They hoping that niggas, you know what I'm saying? They hoping that there's martial law because you scared to come outside any fucking way. You wasn't coming outside if it was martial law or not. So you got all of these people sitting around in their mama's or their grandmama's basement or their white zaddy's basement. You know what I'm talking about? Who's somebody's basement? It's a whole lot of basements being utilized for these niggas to sit on the internet all day and waste their life away. You know what I'm saying? Two hours on Pornhub, 1 hour on YouTube, and then back to it. You know, it's a whole cycle. Because what does fear do? Fear is trapped into the lower chakra, the red root chakra. So because fear is in a chakra above. It can't rise above the chakra above your root chakra. So all of the protests, all of the murder that you see, all of the quote unquote, all of the stress, all of the shit that you see, all of that trauma porn, all of these white people beating you up, you go right to beat yourself up. Why? Because you cannot rise above your red chakra. You're stuck in your lower chakra because of the trauma, because of the programming, because social media is controlled by the same people who control San Fernando Valley. It's controlled by the same family that controls Hollywood. They're all small hats. They all come from the same place. They all have the same mission. They got chased out of countries for centuries for doing the same thing. The whole thing about interest and the thing about sexual debauchery, sexual deviancy. They were chased out of countries for pornography. Hundreds of years ago, they were chased out of countries for blood libel. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, they were persecuted because they were degenerates. And that's a fact. And now they control social media. Now they control the porn industry. Now they control Hollywood. Now they control the music. And they control fashion. Facts. And I just wanted to, have a regular conversation. But Dave Chappelle got me lit. You know what I'm talking about? It's time. Ice Cube got me lit. Why? Because I understand what the signs of the times are. I'm paying attention. My ear is to the ground. I'm in the motherfucking streets. I come outside. I never was inside during the COVID-19. Where was you niggas at? I was never inside. I was always outside. So I know what the streets are saying. I know what the streets is on. I know how they feel. I know the sentiments of the trenches. And they're ready to motherfucking go. They are ready to go. Yeah, Ice Cube radicalized me 30 years ago, right? That's my truth. I'm speaking my truth. Ice Cube radicalized me. How? Fuck the police. And express yourself. I never in my motherfucking life saw a nigga with a jerry curl and some tight ass motherfucking Wranglers on them niggas walk through a piece of paper talk about express yourself. Nigga, my father was trying to teach me this shit. But because Run DMC and these niggas wasn't on that wave, and because LL Cool J and these niggas wasn't on that wave, I wasn't jacking it like that. And then these niggas from the West Coast came and said, express yourself. And then they followed up with fuck the police. Because the draw of the message was because they were gangster rappers. And I could appreciate it coming from gangster rappers, because in my teenage mind, I was like, them niggas have better things to do, like kill niggas. But here it is, they care so much about us that they said, fuck the police. What the fuck is going on? Like, my mind was so innocent, and I couldn't really understand where that came from. And he radicalized me. So when we do the art gallery show, which will be soon, you know, we're gonna be showcasing our art collection from like 1990, 91, 92. I am still a master artist, but all the way back then, I was on some master artist shit. You know what I mean? To the point where I won competitions and all kind of shit. You could ask A.A. Rashid. I got witnesses. He won them. He's a master artist as well. We was all on our master art shit. And we are master artists now because this is a journey for arts and sciences. This journey that we are all on, the people in my circle, I can't speak for nobody else's clique. I can't speak for nobody else's circle. I don't even know these niggas. You know what I'm talking about? I don't belong to nobody's circles. But my circle, Red, Blue, KT, AA, and a few others, you know, all artists, all of us. We all are artists and scientists. We are all artists and scientists. That is a fact. The science is the lessons, and the art is the fashion. This is art. Music. Look, this is all art. You know what I'm saying? That's art. You know, all of this is art. You know, watch they start dick riding Garvey all of a sudden. But that's a beautiful thing, because it just goes to show, when you plant your seeds and when you stand on top of your will, you will see the world terraform to your mentality. That's how I know that I'm in the driver's seat, and my reality, my user experience, it's my world because it's my experience. You have your own world, but in my world, everything is going as according to plans. Everything is working according to plans. When I wake up, going back to what I say, Pop Smoke, thank you, God. I appreciate you. Dior, my nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Black Mamba. Thank you, Kobe. I appreciate you. Nipsey, the marathon motherfucking continues. Y'all all died on the West Coast. Y'all initiated the Three Kings ritual, okay? Y'all are three kings. Pop Smoke was the king of New York. Regardless if anybody agrees or not, his energy, his message, his messianic force. Messianic, you don't have to be smart to be a messiah. You don't have to be good to be a messiah. You don't have to say, oh, I just want to feed the babies. No, nigga, that's not messianic force. A messianic force is motherfucking Hitler was a messianic force. Nigga, Adolf Hitler was a messiah. He was a messiah to whoever the fuck was following him. So a messianic force is a force that's not one person. It's the force. This, you know how they say the force is in us, or may the force be with you. It's the force that rises when a motherfucker is lit. Like when somebody is talking that shit, or they rapping that shit, or they dancing that shit, or when someone dies in front of us. And his energy that he had in his bloodline, or in his DNA, or in his heart, because of his works, because of what he represents, because of his spiritual bank account. When you take that person's life, you will release a messianic force. That's what happened, in my humble opinion. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge me. That's what happened with our brother Big Floyd, the God. Say his fucking name. All right? Big Floyd the God. Right? The God. Because that's what his name was. So he sparked, regardless of if niggas was protesting and rioting and whatever. Because he sparked my heart. The minute I saw what I saw. Big Floyd, the God. And he has sparked a lot of people. And he has a messianic force. And he got a message because there's videos that he put out. Sandra Bland is messianic. She has a messianic force. If you watch the Sandra Bland videos, you would, if you don't feel anything inside of you, then all lives matter, nigga. You probably one of them. But if you watch Sandra Bland's videos and nothing, if nothing moved in you, if nothing woke up in you, if your fucking 9 ether didn't coil, then we need to, you know what I'm saying? We need to unfollow each other because you might be a walk in yourself. That sister had a messianic force. She had a messianic message. Right? Somebody said that their daughter snuck out to protest last week. Yeah. Yeah, Christ consciousness, right? Go and research Christ consciousness. Blue Pill put an album out called Christ Consciousness this year. It's on our YouTube channel. It's a classic. Right? It's a classic called Christ Consciousness. 2 C's like the Chanel, nigga. Yeah, they lynched a black man in California because there's a race war. There's been a race war since Dylan Roof killed a black senator. Go and look it up. There's been a race war since Trayvon Martin got murdered and Zimmerman walked out of the courtroom like Kaiser Sose. You understand? Remember how Kaiser Sose walked out when he was limping? Then that nigga started walking straight. Well, this cocksucker walked out of the courtroom limping, and then he started walking straight and showing his motherfucking Confederate ass. You dig? And he's still walking around. Could we summon the spirit of Nipsey, Pop Smoke? Right? The motherfucking Nipsey was a slider. Pop Smoke was out here sliding. He was on his woo shit. Could we get Black Mamba to come and bite this nigga? Because if you work it right, it will work for you. I can't tell you everything on the Instagram because that's not how we do these things. That's not how it works. You know what I'm talking about? We don't. The game is to be sold, first of all. And we're not giving the keys to the Maybach on Instagram Live. But you don't need me to tell you a goddamn thing because you already know. Go get you a motherfucking brouhaha. Go get you some brews and whatnot. And go in. It's all about intention. Go bust you a nut to where you pass out, nigga. And when you popping off, you better see yourself drilling this cocksucker into the earth. I'm talking about drill his ass into the second sun. Drill him into Shambhala if need be. Drill him into China. Remember how they had on the cartoons, niggas keep digging and then China's on the other side? That's how much we need to drill. That's how it works. You gotta put your intention into the universe. And if you that nigga, if you God, then you'll see the world conform to your motherfucking to your will. Like I see every day. I see it every day. I go on Instagram, I go on Twitter just to get some dopamines released. Why? Because I'm like, oh, I talked about that last night. Oh, I talked about that last week. Oh, I built on that 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. It's a good feeling. It keeps my motherfucking melanin glowing. So we have the willpower, we have the intention, we have the ability, especially in 2020, something has opened up. Do not forsake what the fuck is going on. Something has opened up. I don't know if it was, remember, this is, so this is not Saturn energy. This is not Pluto energy. This is not the 4-4 energy. of the 4-4 motherfucking constellation that lined up, and we told you what the shit was gonna be. Saturn is authority. Saturn is also karma. Nigga, it's big karma on this planet right now. You know what I'm talking about? It's big karma. It's big karma. Shit, I'm about to DM Malaya Michael and ask her, could she twerk for freedom? Because she's on her page going the fuck in. Did you see her page lately? She's dropping some information that I'm like, God damn. I told her to keep teaching. I'm like, I'm in your classroom. I'm like, tell it, sister. Because coming from you, because you are a vixen, you are a goddess. You know what I'm talking about? You have the hearts and minds and the motherfucking controlling niggas gonads. You know what I'm talking about? You are a powerful being. You could teach a class of 1 million horny niggas, and the minute the class is over, they'll go and drill. That's how it works. And I said that many, many years ago when I was like, yo, you can't overlook the goddesses because they got the will. They could put niggas on go just by that. That's something that everybody can't do. And they got the shooters in their palms. They got the streets in their palms. Niggas show up to see them every night and throw all kind of money at them. So if they told that man, if they told the shooters, yo, here's somebody to shoot, you think they wouldn't do it? So she's out here teaching niggas. And that's a fucking touchdown. What are you talking about, nigga? That is a touchdown. You cannot ask, y'all want this shit to change overnight. I don't know what y'all looking for. I don't know what the fuck y'all signed up for this shit to see. But what I'm seeing is all prophecy. It's all prophecy. It's all prophecy. It is all. Malia Michael, you know who she is. Somebody said, what's her name? You know Malia. Shout out to Malia. Malia, you know. It's my people. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not talking about, I know her. That's folk. You know what I mean? And the Oregon energy, right? The Oregon energy, that's the energy that niggas kill for. Because the majority of black on black murder, the majority of black on black crime, the majority of the reasons why niggas go upside each other's head is because of some box. It's because of a woman. It's because of a goddess. It's because of the opposite energy. Niggas don't fight other niggas over niggas unless unless it's BWA. Bussies with attitudes. Other than that, the common denominator is always the divine feminine energy. It's always a woman in the middle most of the time. So if they are, if they have the power to put us on go, if they got the power to activate, because they are the activating principle to things. If they have that power, then we need to humble ourselves and approach our goddesses and explain to them that there's a role to being a goddess, right? We need to be humble though. You know, come with 100 singles, nigga. And while you tossing them, talk to her. Hotep, beloved, I got a few things to talk to you about. You know what I'm saying? You know anything about the Merkaba? Huh? Excuse me? Do you know anything about the chakras? You know what I'm talking about? Shit like that. Even my sisters out there, I would say that the sisters could do it before the brothers could do it, because sisters are going to listen to sisters, right? Sisters are going to be more open to listen to the sisters. So for my sisters out there, we're going to need you to activate these sisters, because I promise you, these sisters that are in these clubs, they need to get saved from these clubs. We need to get them the fuck out of these clubs, right? We could put them, upgrade them. Get them into belly dancing. Put some fucking henna on them. You know what I'm talking about? Put them in a room where there's some aromatherapy, where there's some fucking incense burning. It don't have to smell like bussy all day. They don't gotta be, debasing themselves. They could just be sensual. They could have Bobby playing while they dance? How about that? How about playing some Bobby Hemmett while you dance? They could dance to some Erykah Badu. How about that? And while they dancing on the screens is images of power. It's images of excellence. It's images of us. That's what we need. And then we can have the audacity to have conversations about healing, because we need to create a healing environment to bring these powerful beings into an environment that is conducive with their power. They have power and it is being wasted on knuckle dragging ass niggas who don't know who the fuck is in front of them. They don't know who they are. They don't know. They cannot these are pearls. They don't know who these women are. And these women don't got no choice but to show up into these hellholes, into these these dungeons and whatnot, because that's where they were told to go. They're gonna follow the fucking leader. They were told to go to Diamond told them that in what's that shit? The Players Club. Diamond told them in the Players Club to go to the strip club and take it off. And these niggas will hold you down. And that shit is worn out. That's worn out. That's done. That era died with the COVID-19, because the strip club is not COVID clean. The strip club is not COVID clean. Too much it's too much shit in the air. You know? But all of that Oregon energy, all of that goddess energy, all of that creative energy, right? Because it's a ceremony. It's the same thing if you niggas could go to the jungle of Costa Rica. You could go to Haiti. You could go to Jamaica. You could go to Cuba and do a ceremony. What is a magical ceremony? It's going to be the same thing. They're going to be drinking liquor, right? You know how Bobby Hemmett, he drank the liquor, then he spit it in 4 directions. Right? Spirits. The liquor's called spirits. They're going to be blowing on some smoke, right? Either sacraments or they're going to be blowing on a cigar. This is a magical ceremony, right? The same spirits that they drinking in the strip club, the same motherfucking cigars that they smoking, the same weed that they smoking. They're going to be some drums. It's going to be a nigga with some on a djembe drum. You could be in Puerto Rico, you could be in DR, you could be in Jamaica, you could be in Haiti, you could be in Peru, you could be in Colombia. It don't matter. The nigga gonna be on the drums. You go to Magic City, the minute the motherfucking Future come on, what do you hear first? The drums, nigga. The drums. The weed is smoke. There's weed in the air. There's spirits flowing. The drums is at play, and there's sexual energy. You go to a ceremony, I guarantee you, there's going to be heavy sexual energy. There's going to be women dancing. When the drums start playing, the woman is going to be dancing very sexual. You might see some breasts, my nigga. You just might see a breast or two. You know what I'm saying? The spirits are going to mount the dancers, and then the spirits might mount the shaman, and then the shaman might turn into somebody completely different, like Shango, like Ogun. And now that organ is called organ energy. There's an organ energy that's in the motherfucking room. And because the organ energy is in that room, right? It's not a negative energy. It's a negative ionic energy. And negative ions is a positive. The negative ions in that room now is conducive to thought magic. Meaning that you could sit there and smoke a blunt and sip on something, right? With the blood rushing to, you know, your third brain, and you can visualize success. You can visualize passion. You can visualize anything that you want. The same way in a fucking ritual, you're going to visualize. You're going to scream out some shit. You might say something. You might pray for something. You might will something to happen. Whatever it is, you're in a ritual when you're in the motherfucking strip club. You didn't know that? You're even in a ritual in a discotheque when you're in a regular club. That's a ritual. A lot of people's wealth, a lot of people's success, a lot of people's come up is a result of being constantly in that ritual and being focused on a vision of what they want to manifest, what they want to create, what they want to be in life, who they want to become. And they'll stand before one of these goddesses and they'll be like, yo, I'm going to be the better version of myself because I know you're not going to fuck me as a dusty nigga. You know what I'm saying? I know I can't win as a dusty nigga because you sitting back and you observing the type of people that she's into. You like, damn, she's into the ballers. I gotta be a baller. Look how BMF turned out the whole Atlanta. Look how Meech and them turned the whole Atlanta out. And I'm not talking about on the drug dealing tip. I'm talking about stepping it up, hopping out of foreigns and getting clean and whatnot. And really and walking around with 20 and 40 racks in your pocket. They wasn't doing that prior to Big Meech. He created a motherfucking mind state, right? And he did it in a strip club. He did it in the motherfucking strip clubs. That was his base of operations. That's where the power was coming from. The fact that those women in Magic City believed in these niggas. That's where their energy was coming from. They were being powered by the motherfucking foundation of all power, and that's the black woman. I'm sorry. If a woman don't see the God in you, how the fuck is that nigga gonna come to the surface? Like any man who's out here who's shining and who brought the God in him to the surface, it had to get pulled to the surface by a woman with strong magnetism powers, right? It's not about how she looks, right? It's not about how she looks. It's not about her body. That has nothing to do with it. It's all about magnetism. Because if a woman says, yo, Red, I see the God in you, and I agree that there's a God in me, she can pull that God out of me. There's no way that God is going to come forth until she summons him. And it's vice versa too. So brothers, you need to love on these women and tell them and look for the goddess in them. Stare deep into their motherfucking eyes. And when you find that goddess, bring her out. Don't bring her out through trauma. Don't bring her out through beating her down. Pull her out as if you were a magnet. You understand? Pull her forward, and you're gonna see. That's the whole thing, like with ugly ducklings. You remember, you know how they say little kids is ugly ducklings, and then they blossom and whatnot. 9 times out of 10, they were blossomed based off of someone loving on them, based off of somebody telling them that they see something in them, and they brought that person forward. They pulled them out of the sunken place. They pulled the God and brought it to the surface, and then you see people physically change, right? Because you physically change when you with the right one as a man. You know that, right? Like, you can't be glowed up without some good box. You know that, right? You can't be glowed up without some good loving. You just can't do that wearing nice clothes and jerking off all day or just looking in the mirror at yourself. That has to be a combination of you and a magnetic charge, somebody who's pulling the best part out of you. And if you fuck that up, right? Usually men cheat and they fuck up that bond. They fuck up the magnetism because they spread it to someone else. So we gotta, as men, we have to figure out how to work out the situation so we don't mess up the bond that we are building with our significant other, because sometimes we cannot share our energy with too many people who don't have our best interests at hand. You know? You got the wifey at home and she believe in you. And that's your connection. And because you glowing, and because you shining, and because you fucking lit, and because you magnetic, and because now you're attracting things, you're gonna attract somebody that's gonna want to break the bond. They're gonna want to feed off of that shit because there's still parasites out here. So you gotta protect the bond, because if you break the bond, you can't get it back. And if she's the motherfucking source that's bringing the God out of you, you need to stick with that. Don't fuck that up. Don't fuck that up, because you can't get it back. And then she'll stop believing in you, and then the reverse will happen later on down in life. You that nigga shaking the cup in Times Square talking about how you doing, because she done reversed the motherfucking blessings, and now she's shitting you down in her mind. She's shitting on you in her mind. She's shitting you down in her mind. And you're in certain times, you know what I'm talking about? If you go on 125th Street right now in Lexington Avenue, where all of the zombies is at, go and ask them niggas how many of that was based off of they women turning their backs on them. And I bet you a bunch of niggas was like, I'm on that K2. I'm on that K2. Because, you know what I'm saying, my wife, he had left me, though. You know what I mean? Black men, the source of our downfall, the reason why we not up is because in the 90s, we started shitting on these women through the crack era, through gangster rap, shit that Snoop Dogg and them pushed, right? I need Snoop Dogg to fucking atone. I see he's making his rounds in the woke areas. I need him to atone for bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. You know what I'm talking about? That nigga needs to let his fucking hair down, unbraid your motherfucking braids, let that shit flow, and just atone. Atone. Because y'all young. Y'all don't know the different. Y'all don't know about the earlier days, the Snoop Dogg impact, and how it negatively affected black man and black women relationships. I'm not putting it all on his shoulders, but if Ice Cube is atoning, why the fuck you can't? You got 6ix9ine pulling your fucking skirt, homie. That nigga's pulling your skirt, Calvin. You know what I'm talking about? If Ice Cube, because remember, Ice Cube, it's all in sequence. Ice Cube atoning, he's atoning by going in. He's atoning by by becoming the old Ice Cube. Fuck all of that. Are we there yet? That shit is. I'm watching Are We There Yet with Bella and my son, and we're gonna enjoy that shit. Cause I didn't enjoy it when he put it out, cause I didn't understand. But now I do. You know what I'm talking about? Now I do. You said fuck you to how it hurt them more now than it did when you came out first, Ice Cube, because they thought they had you in their pocket. You know what I'm talking about? Disney thought that you was a motherfucking sellout, and now you shitted on them, and I love you for that. That's how you smack them upside the head, because you're an asset of theirs now, and they don't know what to do. They can't throw you away. Now you bucking on them. So Ice Cube, you got to remember, Ice Cube was the ghostwriter for NWA. So all of the negative shit that people claim, because to be honest with you, NWA went negative after Ice Cube left. Do you remember that? They were militant street niggas when Ice Cube was there, because he's a smart nigga. Okay? And when he left, that's when they went totally niggerfied with Jerry Heller at the wheels, with the small hat at the wheel. Jerry Heller was running Eazy-E. Jerry Heller is on Wikipedia accredited for starting gangster rap. And you telling me that don't need to die? Like yesterday? And I like my drill music. So we just got to drill with a purpose. You know what I'm talking about? I still need gunshots as ad-libs. I need all that. Somebody, tag Griselda. I love the ad-libs, but we got to aim, shoot. You know what I'm talking about? We got to aim, shoot. We need to be on offense. Niggas is on defense. We need to be on offense. Try out the triangle offense for once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Being on defense, there's no power in defense. Black Lives Matter is a defensive league. Them niggas come outside after a nigga gets smacked or shot or beat up. They're not on offense. They not coming outside to smack niggas. You feel me? They come outside. They like niggas. They like the Ratchet family in the South, where it's like 20 of them, and they just come outside and put the whoops on something. Like if you fuck with little Ray Scooter and whatnot, the whole family coming out to dump on you. That's Black Lives Matter, right? But where's the movement where little Ray just come outside and just start dumping, right? Where's that at? Where Ray just hop off the porch and just start dumping for no reason. They like, oh shit, he's dumping on the mailman. Like, we need that kind of energy right now, because we don't know. We don't know. We know what the defense looks like, but you don't know what the offense looks like, right? Yeah, disrupt or be disrupted. You don't know what the offensive looks like. You don't have a Th3rd offensive. You're still on defense, and there's nothing wrong with that because there's no NBA season this year. So this is the new fucking sports, right? To get out there and march. Niggas worked out their calf muscles, the vocal box, and they got them some box from a Becky or two. You know what I mean? Because I heard the Beckys is giving it up at the Black Lives Matter rallies. Facts. So that's the new sports. That's the new entertainment, right? That's our new motherfucking pastime. And there's nothing really wrong with that. There's nothing really wrong with that. But let's play the whole game. Let's not come out after halftime. You niggas is come out after Janet Jackson halftime show to do defense. Let's play the whole game. You know what I'm talking about? Let's not be the sixth defensive man of the year. Let's not be the sixth man off the bench. Let's have a starting five of offensive players. I am offensive. I'm ready to be offensive on offense. You dig? I'm ready. I'm you know, we need to test that out. Bomb first, like Tupac said. We need to test that out. Bomb first. How do y'all just know that Black Lives Matter was started by George Soros? It shows me either you niggas woke up yesterday or you don't fucking listen to anybody that's teaching. And that's shame on you. Niggas knew that in 2014, bro. When Darren Seals was blowing them up. What do you talk? Like, stop. Stop. The hood, that's some shit that I should hear in the barbershop. Not on live, my niggas. You just found out that Black Lives Matter? Like, and you're trying to say that like you're saying something deep, nigga? Like, for real? Breaking news. Breaking news. This is crazy, bro. Y'all are holding back evolution, nigga. Let that go. Why don't you focus on today? That's some shit that we was saying 6 years ago. Focus on today. Focus on the now. Harness the power. There's some power out here. Go knock a fucking statue down, little nigga. You. They out here beheading colonial slave masters. They out here pulling down statues, and people are still coming up with excuses not to get busy. They're knocking down statues. Do you know how? Because after the statues, then the plantations burn. After the plantations burn, then we begin to make moves. It's hard to do anything in the United States of America because they have those statues are like spells. They put them on energy grids. They're lining them up specifically. Those bronze statues represent the fact that you've been conquered. To take them down, you are opening up a new chapter. You have to start with the statues, though. It's definitely symbolic, but you motherfuckers don't understand symbol literacy, so I can't have a conversation with you because you still in elementary school. You don't know how this shit works because you ain't been doing nothing prior to even convince me that you know, because you ain't been working nothing. Take the statues down. Behead the statues, deface the statues, break them shits to smithereens. All you niggas that was in construction working in New York, every time I come from the studio, it's a bunch of niggas that look like they on parole going to work. Shout out to y'all. Y'all niggas got tool belts and whatnot. Why y'all not using those tool belts? Why y'all not using those cranes and those motherfucking hammers and them buzzsaws to start taking shit down? You don't gotta wait for nobody. If you catch the charge, we got lawyer fees. You know that, right? You know we got you, right? Where's the lady? Where's the lady who used to be a prosecutor? Ilyasha, what was her name? She was on YouTube. She used to be a prosecutor. Then she became a motherfucking legal aid. She'll help you out. She'll help you out. You niggas will be a legend on Rikers Island. You know what I'm talking about? I'll send you a package. Matter of fact, I'll send you one of my strippers to come and visit you on the visit floor. They'll come and see you. I'll talk to them. I'll go to Magic City and say, go and sit on my boy's lap. He's in the big house. I'm just saying. If there's a nigga in the subway station shaking a cup, talking about, yo, you got $1 for some pizza? Nigga, I got $100. Come with me. Let me talk to you. You know what I'm talking about? All these niggas that are out of work. Y'all talking about George Soros is hiring niggas. Nigga, who are you hiring? Why you can't hire a crisis actor to do some crisis shit? Well, stop giving this nigga all of this power. Where is your crisis actors? What role do you play in propaganda? What role do you play in intellectual warfare? Little niggas, you. Why you can't get nobody? I just had a white man in here working for me. I should have put him on live. He was working for me. You know what I'm talking about? I was in Home Depot. I told that nigga, yo, hurry up. And he hurried up. You know what I'm talking about? And he hurried up. And the people was looking, the black people was looking at me like, what's going on with this nigga here? Yeah, nigga. Yeah. We restoring order. So you mean to tell me you can't hire no Peckerwoods from Craigslist and send them on a mission? You can't hire no Poindexters. You can't hire Tom from MySpace to read a script that you wrote out to tell the truth about white people. You can't make him your mouthpiece. You mean to tell me that you can't show up in whiteface and turn up? I think you can. I think you can. I think you can. We need to start getting on our George Soros shit and start hiring some motherfucking crisis actors, because niggas is in a crisis. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, go to Fiverr. Go to Fiverr.com. It's some goddamn Caucasoid. He's living in Bangladesh somewhere, and he'll put on for $5. He'll do some shit. He will do some shit that will blow your mind. Facts. And some Karens. They got Karens and Becky for hire. Peopleforhire.com. Or I think it's peopleperhour.com. Peopleforhire.com. Fiverr.com. Odesk.com. This is the gig economy. Everybody has a fucking price. You could hire an African from Burkina Faso to do some shit for you. Everybody's for hire. You just, like I said, niggas is out to lunch and they're not living in the now. They're living in fantasy land. But yo, I'm out. Alright? Melon, we're gonna do something on YouTube in a few hours. Tap in. Peace.